Hello, my dear students. I am Aritra Chakraborty, lecturer in electrical engineering of Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Science and Technology. Today, I am going to discuss the last part of my lecture or the part 10 lecture of circuit interrupting devices. So today our topic is the selection and rating of circuit breakers. A circuit breaker ratings may be called upon to operate under all conditions. However, the major duties are imposed on the circuit breaker ratings when there is a fault on the system in which it is connected. Under fault condition, a circuit breaker is required to perform the following three duties. And these are the main duties of a circuit breaker under the fault condition. So number one, it must be capable of opening the faulty circuit and breaking the fault current. It must be capable of being closed on to a fault. And the third one is it must be capable of carrying fault current for a short time while another circuit breaker in series is clearing the fault. So that is the main duty of a circuit breaker. And corresponding to the above mentioned duties, the three circuit breakers ratings are the main three ratings are the breaking capacity of circuit breaker, the making capacity of circuit breaker, and the short time rating of circuit breaker. Apart from that, circuit breaker has following two ratings also. These are the rated operating duty and the rated voltage. So these are the selection and rating of a circuit breaker. So now the breaking capacity of circuit breaker. So here you can see the graphical representation of the breaking capacity of a circuit breaker. It is a current that a circuit breaker is capable of breaking at given recovery voltage under specified condition, that is power factor, rate of rise of striking voltage. So that is the value of the RMS current, that a circuit breaker is capable to break at given recovery voltage. That means the fault current. By the help of the fault current, we can calculate the value of the breaking capacity, and it must be the RMS current or the current which is measured by the ammeter or the IDC current of the AC current or the active component of the resistive component of the AC current, that is the RMS current. So the breaking capacity is always stated at the RMS value of fault current at the instant of contact separation. When a fault occurs, there is considerable asymmetry in the fault current due to the presence of DC component. The DC component dies away rapidly, a typical decrement factor being 0.8 per cycle. The contacts are separated at the DD, that is the instant. That is the instant when the contacts are separated. That is the time, that is the DD. You can see here that is the normal 0 point. That is the normal 0 point, and that is the value of the voltage, and the value of current is there, that is the normal 0 point. At this instant the fault current has the value, that is X equals to the maximum value of the AC component and Y equals to the DC component. So symmetrical breaking current, that is the RMS value of AC component, equals to, we know that X by root 2, that is the RMS value equals to the maximum value or peak value by root 2, and the asymmetrical breaking current RMS value of the total current equals to root over x by root 2 square, that is the RMS value of the breaking current, plus the DC component, that is the y square. So we have to calculate the value in RMS. So we have to assume or have to consider the DC value of the AC component, that is the RMS value, and we know the Y value is also the DC value. So if we want to find out the asymmetrical breaking current, we have to follow this equation. Okay, that is root over x by root 2 square plus y square. Now, it is a common practice to express the breaking capacity in MVA, because capacity means it is always in MVA or KVA. In case of circuit breaker, it is highly rated, that is MVA, by taking into account the rated breaking current and rated service voltage. Thus, if I is a rated breaking current in amperes and V is a rated service line voltage in volts, then for a three-phase circuit, the breaking capacity equals to root 3 V into I into 10 to the power minus 6 MVA. This V is the line voltage. Okay, so that is the breaking capacity of a circuit breaker. Now, the next topic is the making capacity of circuit breaker. It is also very important, like breaking capacity. There is always possibility of closing or making the circuit breaker or the circuit under short circuit condition. The capacity of a breaker to make the current depends upon its ability to withstand and close successfully against the effect of electromagnetic force. These forces are proportional to the square of maximum instantaneous current on closing. So that is very important. So therefore, making current is stated in terms of peak value of current instead of RMS value, because there is a magnetic force act. So we have to take in account the maximum value of current instead of the RMS value. The peak value of the current, including the DC component, during the first cycle of the current wave after the closure of circuit breaker is known as the making capacity. It may be noted that the definition is concerned with the first cycle of the current wave on closing the circuit breaker. This is because the maximum value of fault current possibly occurs in the first cycle only when the maximum asymmetry occurs in any phase of the breaker. In other words, the making current is equal to the maximum value of the asymmetrical current. To find the value, we must multiply symmetrical breaking current by root 2 to convert this from RMS to peak value, because we have to peak or you have to assume here the peak value or maximum value, and then by 1.8 to include the doubling effect of maximum asymmetry. The total multiplication factor becomes root 3 into 1.8 equals to 2.55. Okay, so that is the value of the making capacity of a circuit breaker. This we have to take in account the total multiplication factor also due to the doubling effect. So making capacity equals to, we know that 2.55 into symmetrical breaking capacity. Now, the next slide is the short time rating. So what is short time rating? It is the period for which the circuit breaker is able to carry the fault current while remaining closed. It is very simple. Sometimes a fault on the system is very temporary nature and persists for 1 or 2 seconds, and that is very big time for a fault, after which the fault is automatically cleared. In the interest of the continuity of supply, the breaker should not trip in such situation. This means that circuit breaker should be able to carry the high current safely for some specified period while remaining closed. That is, they should have proven short time rating. However, if the fault persists for a duration longer than specified time limit, the circuit breaker will trip, and that is very much important, disconnecting the faulty section. The short time rating of a circuit breaker ratings depends upon its ability to withstand A, the electromagnetic force effects, and B, the temperature rise. The oil circuit breaker have a specified limit of 3 seconds when the ratio of symmetrical breaking current to the rated normal current does not exceed 40. However, if this ratio is more than 40, then the specified limit is 1 second. If the ratio is bigger, we have to clear the fault in very small time. So the time is reduced or decreased. Normal current rating. So it is what is normal current rating? It is the RMS value of current which the circuit breaker is capable of carrying continuously at its rated frequency under specified condition. The only limitation in this case is the temperature rise of current carrying parts. Due to the current or normal rating current, the I square R loss is happened. So there is a heat is produced in the current carrying parts. And the last slide is the rated operating duty and rated voltage. So rated operating duty means the operating duty of a circuit breaker consists of the prescribed number of unit operation at stated intervals. Okay, the operating sequence refers the opening and closing operation of circuit breaker contacts. So these are mainly the rated operating duty. And the rated voltage, the rated maximum voltage of circuit breaker is the highest RMS voltage above nominal voltage for which the circuit breaker is designed as the upper limit of the operation. That means above this voltage, the puncture strength of the circuit breaker insulating materials broke down. Okay. The rated voltage is depreciated in kVRMS and used phase-to-phase voltage for three-phase circuit. So basically that is the line voltage. Phase-to-phase voltage means the line voltage for a three-phase 3-wire line or three-phase 4-wire line. So that is the rated voltage. So that's all for today. Thank you.